Hey, what's going on, people? It's your boy Blackfeet once again, and now I want to talk about the iPad number 2. Sorry about that. It was a car that just went by. Anyway, we want to talk about the iPad 2. The specs on this thing looks incredible. If you see me look down, I'm looking at some notes that I just took, so pardon me about that. All right. The specs on this thing, man, is incredible. It's gonna have the new A5 chip, which means it's a dual core processor that's up to 2 times faster than the previous first iPad, and the graphics on these things are 9 times faster. So you can imagine this graphics performance on these things. I mean, the games on the iPad are already incredible as it is. So I really want to see how that i5 chip really plays a part in the whole graphics department. See what kind of games are going to come up with this thing. It's going to be incredible. Again, this thing is 33% thinner than the first iPad, which was already thin. So it's going to be pretty thin. It's actually thinner than the iPhone 4. So you can imagine how thin this thing is going to be. Super thin. Has the same 10-hour battery life, which is really good for a more advanced processor. Really good. That I'm kind of impressed that they kept the battery life at still 10 hours, which is really good. Good job, Apple. The iPad 2 is also gonna have an HDMI video out input, but no, it's not gonna be actually implemented on the actual device itself. It's gonna be an adapter you put at the bottom of the, the 30-pin connector at the bottom of the iPad. The same thing you sync up your iPad with. It's gonna be an adapter you put in there. It's gonna have a HDMI out, so you'll be able to record or just export video to your high definition TV with that thing, which is very nice, you know what I mean? And that thing is gonna cost, I believe, $39. So if you want to get your hands on it, feel free. Also, this thing, it's coming out March 11th, which is actually next week. Next Friday. So again, I don't think I'm gonna be getting one. Just because I don't have a need for one. I have my MacBook Pro, I have my iPhone. I don't see myself really carrying a third device like that, but again, that's just me. It looks nice, it looks impressive, but I don't think I'm gonna be getting my hands on one. Wish I could, but I don't think so. And also, they announced the iPhone 4.3 update on it. It's gonna have a couple things added to it. It's gonna have a photo booth support, the same desktop client that's on your MacBook or your Mac Pro or your iMac, whatever. That's OS 10. It's going to be on that new iPad, so you still get those little goofy effects that people like to fool around with. If you know photo booth on the Mac, then you know it's going to be the same thing as it is on the the iPad 2. And speaking of photo booth, because it's going to have a forward-facing camera and a back-facing camera. I'm not quite sure what the resolution of the back-facing camera is. Not even the front-facing camera. They didn't get too much detail about it. So I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, because they didn't even get too much detail. But if you guys find out that later, leave information at the bottom. I would greatly appreciate that. So I don't know. And again, for the 4.3 update, it's also going to have hotspot abilities, but it's only going to be for the iPhone 4, which is very nice. You know what I mean? It's going to have that, and it's going to be very cool. You can share, the whole your cellular network with a couple of all the different devices. I believe it's going to be 5, just like it is on the Verizon iPhone 4. So I don't think it's going to change. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. This thing is also going to have, with the front-facing camera, boom, FaceTime. So you can FaceTime between Macs, iPod Touches, iPhone 4s, and all those other beautiful devices, which is kind of neat, So everybody knew that was going to be in there, sooner or later. Now the big question is this thing going to? How does this thing compare to the Zoom by by Verizon? Yeah, I mean, it has gingerbread. Why am I keep messing up? It has Honeycomb, which is a new operating system from Android. It has the same dual core processor. Has the same, they don't have the same dual core processor. Apple has the i5 You know, they have their own. I think it's a Tegra 2 or Snapdragon or something like that. But they're both dual core. And the pricing on this thing is pretty aggressive. But still gonna be the same price, even for all its functionalities that you get with the new iPad. It's still going to be the same price as it was for the first iPad. So you know, which is really really nice, man. So again, how are these two going to compare? You can get a entry level iPad which is Wi-Fi on and only for $4.99. You know, with the Zoom costs how much? About $800, $799. So again, for more bang for your buck, I think the iPad 2 is definitely going to be a winner when it comes to this. If you guys have any, again, if you guys disagree with me, leave comments down below. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. But most definitely, and if you guys are going to get an iPad 2, again, let me know. Leave your comments down below. You know, let me know how it is for you when you guys do get it. I'm interested in any you know, any opinions that you guys have about it. I think this thing is going to be a smash killer. You know, again, like I said, I'm not going to get one. I don't really have a need for it, but whoever gets one, just, you know, both post a video response to it. This is pretty much it. I don't want to ramble too much. You know, they announced some other things, iMovie, you know, things like that, and GarageBand. They spent a lot of time on GarageBand, a lot of time. I'm not really interested because I don't use GarageBand now, but iMovie looks kind of interesting because you can actually edit videos that you take on your iPad with it, and you can also transfer whatever you did finish on the iPad up to your Mac and switch it back and forth like that. So that's very very nice to edit movies on the fly like that. Again, you know, I think you know, Android, specifically the Zoom, or has to watch out because I actually think Apple's coming and they're coming hard for it. So yeah, again, leave your video response at the bottom. Boom, 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 boom. You know, rate this video, give it a thumbs up, post your comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, this is your boy Blackfeet signing off, and I will check y'all later.